Hey, hi guys, welcome to my channel, that is Cloud by Rajay. So, what we are gonna cover today? So, we are gonna cover what is our cloud computing and what is AWS cloud. So, when it comes to cloud computing, you might have heard about what is cloud computing. That is, the cloud computing is nothing but a storage service. It's not 100% correct. Cloud computing is not about just storage. It's a service which has been offered by the public cloud providers or the private cloud providers over the internet. So it's a service, it's a bunch of services basically. So you will get a lot of services into that package. So basically, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but the bunch of services in which there are a lot of services which are being hypervised or which are being virtualized and converted virtually with the help of the hypervisor software, so that you can just see those services, you can see the infra, you can see all the infrastructure services, but you can't touch them. That is nothing but the cloud. What is computing? Computing is nothing but like if you want to compute some sort of any operation, if you want to compute some sort of action, you will need a computing power. So let's say you might have used the calculators, the scientific calculators, right? In those calculators you might be doing some operations. So whatever the numbers you input to the calculator, the calculator gives you the output for that operation. So what does the calculator do? The calculator basically does the computation. Computation is nothing but the calculation of your operation with the help of the operands. So that is nothing but the computing capacity. So in the same manner, cloud also have some sort of services which has this computing capacity to for which is provided for us on the rental basis to perform our day-to-day or required use cases, to fulfill our use cases. And what is AWS cloud? AWS cloud is nothing but a public cloud provider which provide all those services in the cloud by the AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. So going forward, what we'll see is what is the AWS cloud. And so what at the end of this video, what you'll learn. So what is cloud computing, why cloud, what is cloud, and how the things are being managed in the cloud, what are the types of cloud, what is AWS, what are the AWS basics and its real life examples. Okay, so what is cloud computing? As we have discussed earlier in the previous slide itself, cloud computing means storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of your computer. So as I've told you earlier also, in the previous generations, what we used to do, we used to buy the big servers, the big infrastructure used to there, which used to take lot of space, and lot of capex used to be burned into that scenario, right? Because of that, what happens is the capex increases. But in case of when the cloud came into existence, cloud does all those things. Cloud provides the storage servers, cloud provides the networking servers, cloud provides the computing servers, cloud provides each and everything, but virtually, not physically. So this line saying that cloud computing means storing and accessing the data. We can access our data and store our data in one of the services called S3, which we'll be discussing in the further upcoming slides. So and we can access our data and our applications over the servers provided by the cloud, by the AWS cloud or any cloud you are using, and programs over the internet. We need internet to access the cloud services. Without internet, there is nothing possible. So over the internet instead of your computer. So cloud will give us the virtual machines, virtual servers. Okay, those will be the logical servers, which will be converted into the logical servers with the help of the software called as a hypervisor. So with the help of that hypervisor, we will be able to take use of those servers which are same like our computer. As our computer have all the infrastructure like RAM, CPU, operating system, each and everything is there inside, embedded into our system. In the same manner, the servers also have all this infrastructure with it. Okay, so what is traditional, what was the traditional culture, and what is versus the cloud? Means now what changes have been came into existence after the cloud came into existence. So traditionally we used to buy servers, we used to maintain them. So traditionally, in the sense, in the previous generations, we used to buy the servers, means we used to buy the physical servers. There used to be the lot of physical infrastructure devices, and through which we required those infrastructure devices to set up our cloud, and from those cloud we used to access our applications and program we want to, as we are doing now with the help of those virtual servers, okay, and maintain them. See, first we require a lot of capex in the sense we require a lot of capital expenditure, which includes the land to keep all those servers, the human power to maintain all those servers, electricity, right, the fuel also is needed, and to maintain the particular room temperature for that machines, because this machine, as they are continuously being used, so they become heat up. To cool up them, we require to maintain that temperature, and to do all these things there was a lot of capex, okay, there was a lot of expenditure of all these things. So for the resolution of this problem, cloud came into existence, saying that we in the cloud rent resources online. There is no need of purchasing the physical servers and maintaining them. Each and everything is done by the cloud provider. Whoever the cloud provider from which you are taking the services, he himself is responsible for, right, for managing all those things behalf of you. So you will just rent the services, you will just rent the resources, or rent the service from the public cloud provider, and you will be accessing those online with the help of internet. No hardware needed, because hardware is already converted into virtual machines with the help of the software called as a hypervisor, okay. So why cloud computing? So basically, why we have seen what is cloud computing. Now why cloud computing? Because it's cost saving, okay, as we discussed earlier in the previous slides as well. There is very less capital expenditure. There is no need of buying the big servers, big infrastructure devices. There is no need of buying the land. There is no need of keeping people, manpower for them. There is no need of like maintaining the temperature, and you buying the ACs and all. And it decreases a lot of the capital expenditure when it comes to cloud computing. What is scalability? Scalability in the sense you can increase or decrease the capacity of the resources inside the cloud computing based upon your resources, based upon your use cases. You can increase or decrease the capacity of your resources. When it comes to the scalability, the best example is of Amazon or Flipkart. In case of Flipkart, in case of Dussehra or Diwali, there is a lot of traffic, right? There is a big billion days called on the Flipkart. So there is a lot of users request which they used to buy some sort of items like mobile devices or something, or etc etc. So there is a lot of requests, right? So in that scenario, what happens is there is need of lot of servers to handle that sort of request. So not one server can fulfill that request. We would require a lot of servers into that scenario. So in that same manner, there is a configuration available in the AWS console itself called as AWS auto scaling group, which we can configure according to the threshold of the CPU of the servers, right? As the threshold of the servers increases based upon the user request coming from the users on the Flipkart, so it will automatically increase the servers. It will automatically scale up the servers, okay, scale out the servers. And whenever there is no need of servers, the big billion days or the festival is over, then the servers will decrease automatically. It's called as scaling in. It's nothing but the scalability. So flexibility, when it comes to flexibility, cloud is very flexible. You can use cloud from anywhere, either from work from home or work from office. You can use the cloud services from anywhere across the globe, okay. And what is global access? Global access is nothing but you can access the service from anywhere at the very high speed as if you are sitting inside India and your applications are hosted in America, you can access those services with the help of internet from India to your application which is hosted in America. So with the help of the services called as the CloudFront, which has the lot of edge locations which are nearest to you. Okay, so with the help of that edge locations, the caching is done, and with the help of the caching, there is the first request is just fulfilled from the original location. After that, all the requests are been cached into the edge locations, and from there your request is being fulfilled. That's why it's very easy to access your content globally from anywhere, sitting anywhere at the very low latency. So what is high availability? High availability in the sense there are a lot of servers. If one goes down, other servers is there in the service. If there is one if there is issue in the one server, you can use another server. Okay, if there is downtime in the one server, you can use the another servers. There are a lot of servers. If one server got down due to some reasons, if it got burst out, if got heated up, if it ran into some sort of issue, so you can use the other servers as well. So what are the types of cloud? So there are three types of cloud: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So what is public cloud? Public cloud is nothing but the name itself says that it's public, which can be used by all over the globe. Okay, so you can access this cloud all over the globe, saying that you can, same like the AWS, Azure, GCP, or many others top 10 clouds. Okay, so they gives us the infrastructure publicly. You can rent the resources online with the help of internet. There is no need of buying the physical infrastructure in the public cloud. When it comes to private cloud, there is a need of buying the physical infrastructure. You need a land to keep that infrastructure, you need a manpower, you need the fuel, you need electricity, you need to maintain the room temperature as well for the cooling up the machines. Hybrid, which is a mixture of public and private cloud. Okay, so what are the service models which are being offered by the cloud? First is IaaS, second is PaaS, and third is software. So first is IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service. In this type of model, you are just being offered with the infrastructure like the servers, the networking servers, the storage servers, and the computing servers. That's it. But in the PaaS, you are provided with the platform where you can like run your code, which is mostly widely used by the developers, in which they just know how to deploy their code, okay, which they have written. In case of software as a service, this is a ready-made software which is being offered by the cloud. That is software as a service. There is nothing to be done from yours, and you are just get with the ready-made application which you want to just use. If there is just need of using that application, the best